All right, I'm not gonna waste your time. Um, this is how you pray to get literally everything you've ever wanted, and partially why that may not be what you actually want, and why that actually might ruin your life. Yeah, getting what you want in life might ruin your life, and I'm gonna explain why. Well, to start this off, we're gonna start with a story. Last year, I moved to Iowa from New York, and as a consequence of moving here, I had a lot of pressure on myself to, with this new environment, make a lot of positive changes for myself and ultimately thrive in the move. So I started looking up ways. I was like, okay, I have these goals. I know what I want to do. For me, it was wrestling. I want to kick ass in wrestling. Because the previous year I'd wrestled, I didn't kick ass. I got my ass whooped, and it hurt a lot. And it made me feel small. And more importantly than getting my ass whooped, I felt as though I didn't even try my best. And I wanted to know that I at least have the ability to give my all, to not be a pussy, and to be a man. So that's why that was my goal. That's my motivation. That's my drive. So the wrestling season starts, and I, as a consequence, am trying to learn how to get better. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't a Christian yet, but I was like, okay, how do I get to where I want to be from here? And what helped me was the law of attraction. If you don't know what that is, it's simply the idea that if you believe in your mind what you want has already happened to you, you'll give yourself the energy that you need to attract that reality into the present moment. Sounds a little bit wishy-washy. Quite honestly, it kind of is. Um, but it works. Straight up, it works. And, in doing this, I literally became a person that was kicking ass. And, I moved from New York to Iowa. Iowa was literally a wrestle state. I went into harder competition and I started winning. It was surreal, man. And I was so proud of myself for it. But this law of attraction thing didn't give me everything I wanted. Because you see, I prayed, I didn't know at the time. Visualization is a form of prayer, by the way. I prayed that my entire personality be changed, that my core personality be rewarped, that I stop being so kind, that I stop being so empathetic, that I stop caring so much about other people and their needs and interests, and then I live solely for myself. Because this is the mindset that was respected amongst wrestlers and that ultimately the top wrestlers had. Maybe not to the highest level, but at a certain point they were selfish. They put themselves before other people, and that is what's necessary in such a solo, combat sport like this. So I asked for that. I visualized myself being a selfish asshole who was ultimately respected by people. And, I didn't realize it at the time, but God never gave it to me. And I didn't know scripture. I was a Christian. Now I could see now as a Christian that that was simply not a part of my plan. And I trust that. Because that asshole, had I been that asshole, that dickhead, that person who walks all over other people, who only cares about himself, who has no empathy and no kindness, I wouldn't be making this video right now. And I have a feeling that all of this, including making this video, like all of this is gonna pay out one day. It's gonna work out. So, what is my point in telling you all of that? My point in telling you all of that is this. The law of attraction is not the law of attraction. The law of attraction is praying. You're not manifesting your energy to align with a different reality, and you're not gonna pray to the universe by visualizing and manifesting. Literally, all it is you praying to God. That's literally all it is. And I didn't realize that at the time. I was praying to God for something that I wanted. And, He gave me what I wanted, but He didn't. He didn't give me everything I wanted. He gave me a little bit. And ultimately, the little bit that He gave me was what was good for me. And I trust that. And that's the point of why I'm talking about this today. Is a lot of people, a lot of Christians find the law of attraction and they think, "Oh, I can get everything I've ever wanted." In a way, I can be like God. Like they're literally trying to be God. Like you are not God. You are a fucking human being. One out of 7, 8 billion currently on the planet right now, and millions of trillions to come in the future. You are not that special. You are not that intelligent, and you don't truly know what's best for you. You have to trust that God knows what's best for you. And what I'm trying to get at with all of this is that God doesn't always give you what you want. God doesn't always give you what you want. You could try your hardest, pray your hardest, put as much faith in it as possible, believe that it is right, and He will not give you what you want. Even if it's something godly. Like literally, God will sometimes, you might want a wife by the time you're 23. You might find her by the time you're 30. In those 7 years, you're going to be hella fucking lonely. And you're going to be praying and you'll be like, God, why aren't you sending this woman into my life? You know? This might be what you're thinking, like, God, what's up? And you might be facing your doubts. And when you eventually meet that woman, you might realize that, hey, when I was 23, 7 years ago, I wasn't ready yet. And had I met this woman then, I would have screwed everything up. And this is just an example of how God's plan works. You are not on your time, you are on His. Whatever you want, if you believe and it is godly and you pray for it hard enough, you will get it. So I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to switch things up. You will get everything that you want if it is godly and if it is what you need spiritually. You will get what you want. But you're not on your time, you're on His. You're on His. Faith can move mountains. So have faith. Be plentiful in your faith. Have faith. But by all means, be patient too. Have patience because it is going to take a while. It is. This is God's test to you to see how long you can wait, to see how long you can stay faithful. If you can pass that test, He'll give you the whole fucking world. So, I want to talk about two things and then I'm out. Number one, actually no, I'm out right now. You already know everything. You already know everything. Um, Thank you for listening to me talk. Um, and yeah, that's God. That's how to pray. That's how to pray. What you do is you ask God. You pray for things that you spiritually need. And if you don't know this, by the way, just ask God. By the way, just be like, "Yo, God, what do I need? Free me from all other desire." When you see those things, visualize them happening in the now. Pray for them. Give your heart to God. Work hard towards getting them. And it's inevitable. Genuinely, it's inevitable. It just takes time. You're not on your time. You're on His. All right. All right. My brothers and sisters, I love you dearly, and I hope you have a great day. And yeah, pray. I hope you get everything that you need in this life. Genuinely, I do. I hope you get everything that you need. Resist temptation. Focus on what's important. Focus on God, and He will give you the whole world. Stay faithful, my brothers and sisters. Stay faithful. I love you. Give my heart to you. And thank you for listening. I love you, whoever you are. I don't mean that in a weird way. I think you know that.